We'll now move to research projects, or projects that are really sitting in between research and media, so the media space. These are 4 projects that will be presented now, one after the other, and they're all supported by the Initiative for Media Innovation. So typically these projects, they do this bridge between, on the one side, academic research, on the other side, media development. And the fields that are covered here are typically those of computer vision, semantic analysis, signal processing, deep learning, but also human-computer interaction, social sciences, digital humanities, and ethics. And quite a few of those projects are interdisciplinary and makes them even more innovative that way. And we will start with Céline Demonsant for the project Automatic Labeling of Visual Data based on Human Actions, Objects, and Their Relationship. She's from the Vita Lab at EPFL. The project is in partnership with Radio-Télévision Suisse, and it shows, I think, how computer vision can be used for archives. So thank you, Céline, for being with us.
Thank you. Le pitch se fera en français. Alors, bonjour, je suis là pour présenter le projet Automatic Labeling of Visual Data. Pour commencer, j'aimerais commencer par dire que ces dernières années, les médias ont accumulé un grand nombre de données sous forme principalement d'images et de vidéos. Et une des problématiques, c'est qu'avec ces archives, ce qui peut être intéressant, c'est d'être capable de recouper l'information et de la comprendre. Donc le laboratoire Vita répond à cette problématique avec de l'intelligence artificielle. Donc l'idée, c'est d'extraire des métadonnées à partir de vidéos et d'images, et tout ça en temps réel. Donc il y a plusieurs tâches. Donc d'abord la reconnaissance des objets, mais aussi par exemple la posture des personnes ou les activités, les actions qu'elles font. Ainsi que les relations qu'il y a entre les éléments d'une image. Donc pour donner des exemples concrets, par exemple, on a une posture, ça peut servir pour compter le nombre de personnes qu'il y a dans une foule et faire des analyses lors de manifestations. Aussi, si on veut chercher une image spécifique, par exemple d'un sportif qui vient de gagner à une compétition, on peut faire une recherche selon la posture. Alors tout ça, c'est intéressant. Ce qui est encore plus, c'est qu'en tant que personne, on est capable de reconnaître nos congénères, mais aussi les objets qu'il y a dans la scène. Mais ce qu'on est aussi capable de faire, c'est comprendre ce qui se passe dans une scène. Par exemple, on voit qu'une personne est devant un camion. Et donc Vita répond à cette problématique avec un signe graphe. Donc c'est représenter une image à partir d'un graphique, et donc ça aide pour les recherches. En fait, si on veut rechercher une image où il se passe quelque chose de spécifique, ça permet d'optimiser ça. Donc pour les DHdays, on vous propose d'essayer une démo, donc la démo Movement. Il y a plusieurs algorithmes qui sont implémentés, donc la posture, la reconnaissance d'images, etc. Ça peut se faire en temps réel, donc par exemple avec une webcam sur portable. Et voilà, donc je vous invite à venir. Voilà, alors je vais vous présenter. Voilà. Et enfin, pour finir, toute la recherche du laboratoire Vita est en open source et disponible sur GitHub. Voilà. Merci.
Thank you very much, Céline. So Céline will be at the IMI stand in the exhibition space tomorrow afternoon. So just after the lunch break, you can catch her and try the demo. I think you had a video that didn't play, but it's a live demo that can be used with a webcam. So it's definitely something to try. It's now Agathe Chevalier's turn to tell us about the CompaSciences project. So this is a cooperation between the universities of Lausanne and Geneva in partnership with Radio-Télévision Suisse. And your project is about mapping expertise in universities for the benefit of journalists, but also for institutions. So thank you for being with us, Agathe.
Thank you very much.
I would like you to just imagine for an instant that you're a journalist and you have to do a topic for the evening news on climate change, for a change. And your question is, how do you find an expert to interview, given you have very little time? You could imagine calling all the experts in the local universities to try to find the right person. Or maybe you know of the website Expert Advice that we created 9 years ago that gathers all the interventions of scientists when they speak on the national TV and radio. So now we have 14,000 videos with 3,500 researchers. It's great. So you go on that website. It's a one entry door, and you try to find the person you're looking for. You type climate, and you find 500 videos and audios from 50 researchers, and you're totally lost to find the right person that you need in the next 2 hours. What if you could see all the information at a glance? So this is what we did. We created a semantic mapping tool that connects knowledge, experts, and media content. So it's using artificial intelligence. Here what you have is the semantic map of the word climate in French, and you can see all the terms that are related, but you can also add the experts, which are in purple on the picture. And you can see from the map where the experts are located, so you can have an idea of the angle they are speaking from, but you can also have this angle much more specifically if you select one researcher, see everything in their semantic field that they've been talking about in the news. And you can listen directly on the side. You have all the interventions in the Swiss media, and you can click on them and see and hear them directly. So that's what we did for about 1.5 years. Then we wanted to go a few steps further. So the first step was to identify new experts, because the one I showed you, they have already spoken on TV and radio. Maybe they are not that well known, but still they have been, they are known from the journalists. So we applied our system to the Swiss National Foundation Researchers Database. So everybody who is founded in Switzerland by the Swiss National Foundation. And it's a quadrilingual database, so it was a good test also of the computer system. It worked really well, so now we have a mapping of everybody who is researching climate in Switzerland in their different languages. The second thing we wanted to add that could be also useful for a journalist is to find a new angle, because climate change is something that everybody's talking about. So we also mapped Wikipedia, and we can compare the Wikipedia map to the map of the Swiss National Radio and Television, and see where topics have not been addressed, topics that maybe were raised lately in Wikipedia and have not been addressed. So this way the journalists can find, new topics also to test. And now we are currently testing the tool. That's the goal in the newsrooms, to see how useful it is for them and how they can use it daily. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Agathe. Thank you very much. So you were actually on the IMI stand today with us, but people can still talk to you after the session, I'm sure, if they have questions. Great, thank you. So I'll now introduce Adam Scholefield, who will talk about the Holmenkollen project from IMI. It's a joint effort between the Chidi Lab and actually Adam's own startup called We Play Sport. This is done in partnership with Radio Télévision Suisse, and I hope you can give us a glimpse of the project and your startup as well. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Mania. So I'm going to try to briefly explain both the startup and the project in a couple of minutes. So We Play Sport allows anybody to capture videos of their sports matches. So all you need is 2 smartphones. It's free to record. You put them to film your match. And then these videos are streamed to our servers, where we run artificial intelligence algorithms to automatically create highlight videos and statistics. So for example, as a parent, I could have my kid's sports match filmed, and then I can automatically get a short highlight clip of just my child's best moments in that match, and then share that with my network. Or similarly, like Strava, as a player, I could go and I can kind of find my personal performance statistics. So for example, I can see I had 10 shots in this match, scored 3 goals, this type of information that we provide through our mobile applications. So we also have an IMI project, which is the Holmenkollen project, and this is about creating an interactive sports video player. So the idea is that traditional sports highlight videos are kind of manually created. So you might create 1 or 2 highlight videos, one to go maybe at the news, one to go on a website. But if we imagine that one day artificial intelligence can do this post-production job as well as humans, we can essentially create infinitely many videos. So in this kind of We Play Sports scenario, that's a parent who wants kind of a customized video of my child. And we can think about this kind of generalizing across all kinds of sports videos. And so this project is in collaboration with the Chile Lab, which is specialist in human-computer interaction. And what we're trying to do is really think about what the user interface should be that allows you to explore all these possible spaces of videos that you can create. And so we've developed kind of all kinds of features that you can add to a video player that allows you to very quickly find interesting moments. And just basically extract what you need, and we have research that shows how much it improves this video search ability. So that's, in a nutshell, We Play Sport and our IMI project. Please, if you're interested, go on weplaysport.com. There's my contact details there. You can get in touch. And I'm sure Moni will say, but I'll be on a stand tomorrow morning as well. Thank you very much.
Many thanks, Adam. Yeah, indeed, tomorrow morning. So, yeah, thank you. So for the final project, for the final IMI project, we'll now move to a project called Recommandation personnalisée de la polarisation à l'ouverture in French. And this is also a reminder, if you want to do the presentation in French, you can. It's in partnership with the Swiss Broadcasting Corporation. So I'm welcoming Gaetano Manzo on stage. Hello, Gaetano. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for the introduction, Munir, and the presentation. It's actually in English, so.
Good.
Can we switch slide?
Yeah.
Need support?
It's not showing, yeah.
The beauty of the demo.
Yeah, of course. So, yeah.
I
guess
can do it without.
Yeah, but I'm sure they can show the slides again, if possible. Or, yeah. No? Okay. Okay. But okay. So without slides, yeah. Sorry about that, Gaetano. No worries? Okay. Thank you.
So I have a question for all of you. If you're like me, you find sometimes yourself scrolling on the socials or like Netflix, round and round. The question is it your will or is it the recommendation system behind? Think carefully. So I'm from the University of Applied Science Western Switzerland, applied machine learning researcher, and together with RTS, Radio Television Suisse, we are trying to build the recommendation system for the platform Play Swiss, a sort of Netflix for Swiss, let's say. And here the aim, since it's a public platform and since it's a free platform, the aim here is to promote cultural exchange between the media. So someone from the French canton can enjoy something from the German canton, let's say. But if I take a media from the French part and I put in the German part, it's really likely that they don't like it. It's kind of random choice. So what we can do, we can create a clustering algorithm, okay? Try to understand which user are close to which other user. And in the moment that you create this clustering algorithm, you will have some users that are close to each other. And this is, in technical part, it's called collaborative filtering, suggesting things to users that are similar to you. So nothing innovative until now. In the moment that you know that this user is from a German part, or from the Italian part of Switzerland, from the French part of Switzerland, for the rest of the part, and you see that you create a cluster of French people, or German people speaker, Italian people speaker, and the rest. And then you can start to suggest around the border of this clustering, suggest things that are likely people that are next but are different culture, they will like it. I had the sentence in the slide, with this sentence I conclude. This sentence was from The Social Dilemma, I hope you watched it, it's really interesting. And the sentence was, if you don't pay for the product, you are the product. Am I fool to bring this here presenting a free platform? I don't know, you let me know. So for sure we need to discuss more in the stage down. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gaetano. So you were on the stand, on the IMI stand today. So again, you can catch Gaetano and talk to the team is here as well, if you have any questions or want to know more. So now we're going to move to the last part of the session, and we'll move to startups. These are people that are very familiar with pitches. So part of your, but no, this is actually important. So we've showed you already innovation in media, innovation in research at the crossroad with media. These are all local projects, and we'll also be looking at local startup. And it's especially important here because we've talked a lot about research, and if you look at a school like EPFL, actually the place of innovation here is quite important. You have a innovation park full of startups, and some of these startups are actually located in the park. I'm really happy to have all of them here with us. We'll be looking at, they're addressing many fields. So we'll be looking at media, but also cultural heritage through these startups, digital trust, storytelling, artificial intelligence, content publishing, advertisement, to name a few. And they, I think, all have something in common. You address technology, but you're really trying to have a positive impact on our lives with your products and services. So we'll start this part with Marco Bocchio from Largo Films, which is a spin-off from EPFL, actually. And you're using artificial intelligence for storytelling. You'll let tell us a bit more about that. Welcome to the stage.
Thank you.
Marco, thank you.
So, hi everyone. My name is Marco Bocchio, and I am tech lead at Largo Films, working on the next generation storytelling. Sorry. So, have you ever wondered what turns a good story into a great movie? Well, there are a lot of components into there. So for example here, this is the first scene of a movie titled The Shawshank Redemption. In this first scene, Andy Dufresne was accused of 2 murders, and after a long defense in the court, he was judged guilty. So our artificial intelligence system here detects high component of thriller, drama, and romance. So what a great start for a movie. Or also, in this other movie, this is the final scene of the Fight Club. So here we can see bombs detonating all over the place, and the narrator and his girlfriend Marla just watching as these buildings being blown up by the window. Our system detects high component of thriller, and this scene is indicated as one of the most captivating scenes of the whole movie. So our patented algorithm is able to give you content insights, so genre, age suitability, and what we call the genome composition of the movie. Plus, we have casting propositions, and we have financial forecast, which is basically tells you how much the movie will make at the box office. So if you are a film producer and you want to understand if a story can be a success at the box office, there are many important decisions to make, and there are a lot of components into there. So with our software as a service platform, Largo AI, you can get instant results just by inputting the movie script or the video. So this makes the perfect tool for film producers, financiers, distributors who want to speed up the process of searching for the best movies and stories out there. I want to conclude with a list of our customers who already trusted us, and I wanted to thank you all for your attention.
Thank you very much, Marco. So Largo film. Marco, you will be on the startup stand tomorrow morning, so if you want to know more, don't hesitate to get in touch with him. We will now enter a different world, and we'll do this a little differently with a live demo. So our next speaker is Pierluigi Orunesu from Cybel'Art, who will join us on stage. So as I said, taking the risk of a live demo.
Yes.
Good luck to you, Pierluigi, and welcome to the stage.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Hi. Can you hear me? Yes, because I am. So normally we should have a video launch quickly. Yes. With sound, it's a little bit better. So yeah, I am representing a company called Cybel'Art. We are an agency that have decided before the pandemic to create a special movies regarding holographic purpose. We decided to create the first album using a volumetric capture. So you can see here Henri Dess. I am sure that you know the French, the famous Swiss singer Henri Dess. And we have created the first album, volumetric album, and I am going to show you with the live. I hope it's going to work, because this is the point. Like that you can better understand what I am exactly. Okay. Can you see on the screen or not? Okay. Okay, here. So what you are seeing here is an iconogram. An iconogram is the contraction between icon and hologram. So we have decided to record in a different manner musicians in order to archive them and make possible better interaction. So here we can see you with Henri Dess talking and singing here in the scene, on the stage. We have the term hologram is often used as a misnomer. It seemed more appropriate to us to use a neologism using iconogram. That's why we create the perfect digital alter ego. This is a perfect digital alter ego that is not a deep fake, actually, because we are recording a human. So what you can see here, it's the legacy that the singer decided to leave for the posterity. And this is very important. As you, I am sure that you know that there are a lot of avatars in the metaverse. The difference between avatar and iconogram is that the subject, the talent, decide to create his own alter ego, and it is the perfect digital human. It's not a digital twin, it's a digital human that we are going there, proposing. And we started before the pandemic with a pianist, Philippe Entremont, in 2D, and now we are using the volumetric technology. That is a technique that can help human to be digitalized in 3D in real time using an array of cameras that allows to take any point of view that we want. So we are not. I can just move here. We can decide it at any moment which point of view we want to watch. Okay. So this is, I think, it's best to. You can experiment the app with my iPad, or you can also experiment it using my QR code with our web app. Okay, thank you.
Nice, thank you for this inspiring demo, Pierluigi. So you were on the startup stand today, but I'm sure you will stay a little bit with us after the session if somebody wants to try the app for themselves. Moving on, I now have the pleasure to welcome on stage Anthony Sahakian from Quantum Integrity. So it's a company based here at the EPFL Innovation Park. I think you will tell us about deepfakes, right? Yeah. So welcome to the stage. Thank you.
All right. So we're a company that asked 5 years ago, how can we be sure of the integrity of a video or an image you're looking at? This was before deepfakes became fashionable. Just to define deepfake, we think of it as moving the computational burden of forgery from a human to a computer, so it makes the process easier. What we do at Quantum Integrity, though, other than video, because video is easier to do, is we actually go after images, and I'll explain why. One is basically because we're Swiss, we have to monetize quickly. Sorry, these things are a bit complicated. So what do we do in our company? We go where the pain is. There are billions of documents today being transmitted digitally globally. It's exploded during COVID. Current state of the art is track and trace using blockchain technology or controlling the capture in a smartphone through a proprietary application. And integrity detection in companies is done by hand or not at all, which means insurance companies or EKYC companies are receiving millions of documents a month, and there is no control on what's coming in and what's going out, and we know that fraud is increasing there. So we're targeting 3 sectors: insurance, identity theft, and something called live video spear phishing, because you might not know, but with one of your pictures, I can call you back with your face in your phone and pretend to be you to your sister, your brother, your mother, your father. It's not starting yet, but this will happen within 6 months or 1 year, and we want to be ahead of the problem with the product, which we have. Okay? So what we do is we tell you if, for example, a ID was lifted off of a computer screen, which is what we're seeing more and more forgeries of, 4 to 5% of workflow in some EKYC companies. What we also do is detect if IDs have been forged, reprinted. We can tell you if it's a real passport or it's a fake passport. And then our machine learning algorithms can go deeper and tell you where an image was forged, for example, in an insurance claim. Big insurers in the States receive about 10 to 20 million of these images a day. So that's in 3 words what we do as a company. If it's interesting to you, please come and see me later or find us on the net.
Thank you very much, Anthony. So you were on the startup stand today, but you will be around, so people know how to reach you. Great. So now we will turn our attention to intelligent virtual assistants. With our next speaker, Jérôme Berthier from Deeplink. It's another company located here on the EPFL Innovation Park. And I think with your technology, anybody can actually deploy a chatbot. So you're addressing many industries.
Yes.
But maybe you can tell us how this can be also interesting for media. So
okay, so
the floor is yours. Thank you.
At the beginning, I just thinking to do it in French, but you like to do it in English, or what is better for you? English? Okay. German, no. Okay, I will do it in English. So, Jérôme, I'm the founder of Deeplink. We are a startup, AI startup based in EPFL, and we are specialized in conversation, autonomous conversation. And I decided to make a focus on media because we are here for that. And as you know, now, the good thing is that the people spend 2 hours per day to reading the press. So it's super cool for you because you are a specialist of media and you know that people spend a lot of time. Another good thing is that if you ever look on the digital content purchase, if you had the two things in red, we have more than the download of a video. So it's super cool. It's a lot of information. But the problem is when you like the conversion, it's bad. 3 times bad than the luxury. So what it means that the people spend more money to buy a Rolex on the web than to buy an article on the web. So it's really a problem. So I know that you make a lot of tests, you make a lot of innovation, that we speak about innovation on it. So of course you make a content customization, you make infography, you make a different apps. I see that, for example, The Guardian make another app that you compare to the newspaper. Super cool, but you see that the rate is different. But nobody have tried the conversation. It's super cool to have a conversation with your newspaper. Imagine that you read an article, has a storytelling. We speak about storytelling, okay? But imagine you have storytelling, and at any time you can stop and say, hey, you speak about fake news, but what is a deep fake? Deep fake is for AI. Imagine the robot gives you this and say, and you like AI? Oh yes, I want to know more. Okay, we have a super article for 10 pages about AI. Do you want to buy it? Yes, I would like to buy it for 5 or maybe 6 Swiss francs. It's the micro payment that you speak about on the round table. So imagine that you can do with this. And more of that, I decided to go on the 2 websites. It's for Le Monde and for The Guardian. And I just asked for the services. I say, hey, I have an issue with the support. For Le Monde, the first thing they give me, it's this one for the salmonellas in the Kinder. I say, no, it's not what I want. And for The Guardian, I have the link, and I click on the first one, and I just reach one page of the chatbot advertising. So I say, okay, it's not what I want. So really the conversation and the support with the AI and with the discussion could be very helpful for you, just to be sure that the people come on your website and would like to have a discussion with your newspaper can stay here, and you will enrich to have your, to achieve your goal about conversion. So okay, this is our motivation, is to revolutionize the customer experience with conversational web interface. And if you want to know more how we can do it with Deeplink, don't hesitate. We are on the stage, on the expo at the other floor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jérôme. Indeed, you were with us today in the exhibition stand, but people can reach out to you after the session if they still want to. Great. I will now call Victor Kristof. Yeah, I get it. Sorry about that. Yeah, to present his young startup, actually, DemoSquare, with technology that's coming out from an EPFL lab. And for me, this one is quite important because you're trying to bring transparency to our democratic system. So thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Munir. Hi, everyone. My name is Victor. I'm the founder of DemoSquare. In recent years, we have unfortunately witnessed that the pillars of democracy have been shaken. And while there are many reasons to that, I think that one of them is the increasing complexity of the lawmaking process. There are more and more laws, more and more votes, more and more amendments, and all of them are more and more complex. As a result, citizens start to lack trust in public institutions, journalists and NGOs risk missing important information, and companies struggle to keep up with regulatory changes. Today, if you want to understand the status of a law, or if you want to understand how parliamentarians vote, say on climate regulations, you need to open 4 to 5 websites, you need to open a few PDF documents that usually are 100 pages long, and probably a couple of Excel sheets. And with all of that, you don't even have the full picture. So with DemoSquare, we are building an integrated, comprehensive, and efficient tool to analyze, process, and access political and legal data. The idea is to combine this data with external sources, such as news articles and social media, and to centralize that on our platform, so that as a DemoSquare user, you can then access and visualize this data through our interactive and user-friendly interface. Besides that, we also are developing machine learning algorithms and statistical models to enable you to extract unique and hidden insights automatically from this data. And then you can subscribe to political topics or items or parliamentarians' profile pages so that you get notified whenever there is an update. And we also provide you with voting predictions, speech analysis, and semantic search in legal documents. So our customers are saving time and money by eliminating the repetitive task of tracking the political process. They're also reducing the risks of missing important information, and they are increasing their impact by focusing on what truly matters to them. So really with DemoSquare, we are trying to build the dashboard of democracy. And by making this platform accessible and transparent, the idea is to really democratize democracy. If you are interested, you can come talk to me after the session or tomorrow morning at the startup booth. And don't hesitate to reach out by email at victor@demosquare.ch. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Victor. So indeed, tomorrow morning at the startup stand, so please go and talk to Victor. It's a very interesting project. So I now have the pleasure to introduce Julia Zolotarenko from DCM Swiss. So DCM stands for Digital Content Marketplace. And I believe you will show us how emerging web technologies will maybe disrupt the content production and
hopefully
echo chain. Thank you, Julia.
Yes, so hi again. My name is Julia, and I'm representing the company that is called Digital Content Marketplace. We're a marketplace for media business. So there are a lot of buzzwords lately around the Web3 and how it's going to replace the Web2, and mostly it revolves around the Metaverse and use of NFT in pop culture, in art, etc. But that's not really what it is about. So this is my introduction. I will skip that. And today I'm going to talk about the media. Right now, media is going through a dramatic transformation. And the first aspect of that is that the media businesses are losing money. And that's why they're forced to shorten and decrease their newsrooms. And they're focusing on the specialists solely on the political and economical topics. And that's why other topics such as sport, lifestyle, and technical reviews, etc., are suffering. And also the existing political reviews and economical reviews, due to the shortened time given to journalists, are suffering because journalists are forced to recycle other information that is present online. And they do not do their own research as well. So the result of it, as we all know, is the lowered trust in media by the readers. Here are the numbers from the World Economic Forum released this year, and it says that nowadays the trust in media is at 19%, which is very dramatic. The solution that we are proposing is creating the free market for content between online publishers and journalists. We're calling it Digital Content Marketplace. The idea is that we have the marketplace where any journalist or any content creator can upload any kind of article, banner, video, any kind of information, and the publishers can find this information that are relevant to them and can purchase it online. What we also do is we introduce the quality control to this system. We do it by leveraging different technologies, such as, for example, AI to analyze for plagiarism, for fake news, for machine-generated text, and other technologies. Also, we're using the blockchain for the secure storage of the content and for its immutability. And also, we use the NFT for copyright protection and accountability to avoid the fake news once again. What we also do is we introduce the new ways to monetizing the content instead of banner ads, which is native advertising, which is very contextual. And also we're using NFTs as one of the promotional tools for the brands. And the NFTs are matching usually the content, and it appears in a widget within the website. So the users are not forced, as with banners, to leave for another website. They can do the purchase in widget. And that's what we're doing trying to do with Web3. We're trying to transform the media to help it to step up to the current state with the exchange of values. We believe that the content is the value, and we have the efficient new ways to evaluate the quality of this content and to help the journalists to improve. And that's what we are trying to do. We are bringing the media business to Web3. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Julia. So Julia will be at the startup stand tomorrow morning and afternoon. So be sure to check out what she's bringing into the market. So for the final startup, I will now welcome on stage Alex Fedosseev from One World Online. So Alex I think you will tell us how interactive content is driving better engagement and with readers, and perhaps where the future is likely to take you. Thank you for being with us, Alex.
Thank you, Christian. We are one of the companies that moved from Silicon Valley to Switzerland for a reason, because we believe that Web3 will be happening here. As the previous company was speaking, Web3 is a new way to deliver in a decentralized way and serve the needs of publishers and creators and not the middlemen. And One World was essentially one of the steps in this direction. So the problem in the publishing industry is well known. Publishers don't make money, users don't get good content because advertisers are everywhere, and the advertiser is not happy either because the conversions are extremely low. So the solution that OneVolt is offering, that we built for many years, is first and foremost engage people, then get this analytical data about what they really like, what they do, how they respond to the content, and then promote in a native way. And that's essentially the example of the publisher, San Francisco Examiner. We supplement their content with the interactive polls or some other interactive formats, native contextual advertising. And actually, the whole thing can be now packaged as a module, even the article itself, and can be delivered to any site in the world, not just this one site, but any site, as a widget. You probably heard about this technology. As a result, the conversions are much higher, engagement goes up, and the whole system actually works because people do spend time on the site. There are many formats, trivia, quizzes, debates, and could be open SDK to create your own. We build a system with a very powerful backend that also uses AI to analyze the context and match the poll question to the article. And there's incentives too, which we believe is part of Web3. Readers should be incentivized for what they're doing online, so not just readers, but the participants. There's a loyalty program. I can show it. We've come to our booth, but it's modular. It can be embedded into any website in the world in any language. There's a couple of case studies. One is Newsweek, our biggest US publisher, with very nice metrics after deployment. And on the advertising side, we're showing the Babylon project, which was a hackathon promotion during COVID. We got results 5 times better conversions than Facebook, Google, and other legacy media, or legacy technology, I should say. And we have a truly international team for many years around all countries. Engineering team is in Ukraine, so you probably understand that we're getting the best quality given from people that can operate even under circumstances like today. And the world is moving towards native advertising. This is a very recent market study showing that the industry is moving native direction. And again, I want to play the Web3 story a little bit because our interactive format is the beginning. But that's what we built over these years. But as Julia said in previous presentation, NFTs become another amazing type of content that can be delivered. That's a true Web3 because it's no longer just exchange of information, it's exchange of value. Somebody's selling NFTs, somebody's buying them, and publishers make their percentage from the commercial transactions happening on their site. I think it's huge because it removes the usability problem because people still have nice experience without all these pop-up banner ads, the Google style, which is considered completely obsoleted in 21st century. On the other hand, there is a delivery of value and the publishers make money. So it's a balance, it's the right balance. Good user experience and they're still making money. So we are now very active in Switzerland. We work with 3 different cantons, Vaud, Geneva, and Neuchâtel, where we're based, but also German-speaking, and work with 4 different universities. We believe the IP is very important for the quality control and analysis of the AI automatically. So thank you very much, and you can see us here.
Thank you so much, Alex. So indeed, you will be at a startup stand tomorrow. You were here today and tomorrow, so morning and afternoon. So please come down and discuss with Alex. So great. This actually concludes our session. So you had a look at quite a few technologies, quite a few innovations, quite a few storytelling techniques, and so on. It gives you hopefully a good understanding of what's happening and what's coming for the future. Talking about Web3 at the end. This is maybe the future of the internet, and it's good to have people looking into that, researchers, startups, already now. So thank you so much to all the speakers. You've been perfect with timing and perfect in presenting your work. Thank you so much.